everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm making UPS card number 7 and I want to show you this really cool technique. I saw this years ago at a scrapbook expo. Somebody was selling their stamp sets and the gentleman that was doing the demonstration did this technique. I like the way it turns out. It's very pretty. I did try to paint this stamp myself, and it's okay. I'm so rusty with my painting. It's been so long. I just made one and then I decided to give it to my mom. So that's a personal story. There we go. All right, so first thing I want to do is I'm using my Momento inks, starting out with the black tuxedo. And I'm going to bring the picture of the stamp set in. I don't have it. Okay, so we'll just bring the card in here. So you guys can see that. I'm going to do the outside of the rim in black, of the vase in black. Now, for something with this technique, you don't have to be concerned about the ink drying because we're going to spritz a little bit of water on it. And then this goes here. Okay, set that there for now. And then I'm going to do my little rocks down here. Just going to use the larger tip on the side here. This is a very dark brown. It's the only one I have. So it almost looks black. This really doesn't take very long either. Okay, I'm going to get my green. I'm going to do our leaves and the stems as well. With this technique also, if you end up, as you're putting your ink on, if you go down into the part there, it doesn't matter. It won't even show or make it so that it's not done correctly or clearly. So I've got my 3 leaves here that I'm doing now. Make that 4. Got that down there. And then I have these 2 over here. Good. Now I'm going to use my angel pink, and I'm doing the roses. You can't see the pink. Maybe you can. But it's really happening. It's going on. There's some leaves or petals up here that's hard to tell on the stamp. Make sure it's all covered. This is a petal down here. It's this one down here. Okay, so the pink looks like it's done. And then I'm going to use some blue for the top of the water here. Get in these little between the stems. Okay, one thing you can do if you'd like, I'm not going to put too much of this on, is you can come into the flowers and give it a little bit more definition. There you go. Now we're going to do the little mums or daisies, whatever they're called. And then I'm going to put some browns in the middle of these. I do want the stamp to come crisp on the ends, if we could do that. Okay, and then I come back in with the brown and just give it a little bit there. Okay. I've got my watercolor paper, just making sure I'm all prepared. All right, so when you spritz this, it has to be far away. Now what I typically do is I hold it over my trash can and then I get my craft mat all wet. But we're just gonna shove things out of the way and just hold it up really high. I'm actually like right here by my camera. If you hold it down too far, it's gonna make it too wet. That's why I'm saying hold it high. And it's just a spritz. I think I might have missed that part down there. Just making sure it's not too wet, otherwise it kind of splatters all over the place. Okay, then I can move this, take my paper, make sure I don't have any ink on it. This is watercolor paper, 140 pound Strathmore. and just making sure I'm getting it all in there and it's straight on, and then you just rub it. Just like that. Making sure you can kind of feel the stamp underneath. You can use a brayer if you're more comfortable with that. I don't do well with brayers. I'm kind of not coordinated, so I end up like going off the paper and I get all dorky with that. All right, so let's see how this turned out. All right, isn't that a beautiful technique? You don't have to do anything else to this. This just dries on its own. If you have like a glimmer mist, you can certainly spray that, you know, over your card if you want to fancy it up a little bit more. You can do that. It's my dog scratching again. Okay, now I'm going to put a green layer underneath my my painted part. Just kind of gives a little bit more of a background. You're not hearing things. It's my dog scratching again. Not itching herself. She likes to scratch the rugs and then she lays down on them. Both of my miniature schnauzers do that. It's so funny. Okay, so this green layer is 5 1/4 by 4. And since, you know, this is a card that I'm going to be putting on display for sale, I want to make sure things are all straight. Before I put this on, I want to get my stamp pad. I call this my stamp pad. It's not really a stamp pad. And my ink. This Happy Mother's Day stamp is from the Close to My Heart. Just to say it, I use this so much. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. I'm going to get it right on the edge here, making sure I don't get it on my acrylic block. And just gonna kind of use this as a guide so I know how to stamp it straight. Bring it down here a little, down and straight up. There you go. Let's put the rest of it together. I don't believe that you need to use this thick of watercolor paper. This is the only thing I had in stock. Well, that sounded official. In my stuff, I did cut this a little bit too big, so I'm not going to put this on now. I'm going to trim it when it dries up. But this is how it's going to look. I'm going to set that right there when you're all done. And then you can, you know, stamp it something inside here. I've got a lot of sentiment stamps you can put about mothers and stuff. So that is it. If you try it, let me know how it works out for you. It's a blast. It's real easy too. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.